Okay, final video for today. I did that webinar to figure out how this thing worked. I went and signed up as a broker to get access to it. Turns out that I already had it. So it was actually set up for two brokers ago before we became our own brokerage. So obviously, apparently, we have or had already done this almost 10 years ago. So we now have access. I kind of updated this so that I'm somewhat okay with it. The two pictures there, information as far as our information. So yeah, the videos that I did this morning, basically that is the things that you've got the down payment gifting, which you can share in a bunch of different ways. You got the up it, which is when people shop the places that they shop will gift a certain amount, 3%, 4%, 8% in the case of, or up to, in the case of Home Depot. And then you've got the closing costs, grants, gifts, stuff like that. So there's three different ways for buyers to get themselves to the point where they're putting enough money together to be able to buy a house. Everything I'm seeing says that this is really something that everybody should be getting themselves into, just because of the way it's done. It's really gonna, even if you're not gonna be able to buy today, tomorrow, that's fine. If you're planning for a year from now or eventually, you can slowly start packing away that money so that when the time does come to buy, we will be able to do that. So the lender is going to gift at closing $2,000, and it's a match of some sorts. We ourselves are going to do the same thing because we're allowed to do that in Massachusetts. So I'm cool with that. It's a 1-to-1 match, and we'll match cap it at 500. So every buyer client that comes through us, where once you go through this program and this lender, we will gift to you at closing that $500. So it'll basically come from our commission. It'll be a line item in the closing disclosure that says, here's money coming from here, here's what you owe, here's what you brought to the table, and this would be something that came from me to you, and that's what you brought to the table. It'd be a credit to you, as well as the $2,000 from the lender, and it'll show up in there in a way. So we're going to push this forward. We're going to advertise this website, the homefundit.com realtor at /Tony Mello. When you go on here, there's two ways to sign up for it. And I clicked on both links to see if it went there. You can start here at Home Fundit, or you can get started here. Both of these links bring you to this same page. All right. So I haven't gotten past this. Fill this stuff in, um, and then go from there. So the millennials and the younger folks will be able to kind of navigate this stuff and use it super, super easy. Just because everyone's accustomed to doing that kind of stuff these days. For the folks that haven't done this kind of stuff often and are having a hard time with how do I make this work? How do I advertise it? How do I do this? Apparently, in this, everybody will have an option once you share these links to put a Chrome extension. So as long as you're using the browser Chrome, you can put a Chrome extension in there so that when you go to Home Depot, when you go to Walmart.com, it'll automatically, you don't have to log on to this page and then go to Walmart or Home Depot. You can do it. You can go straight to the Walmart, Home Depot, whoever. There's 1,000 companies on there that are participating into this Upit system. So if you upload that Chrome extension, you can go straight to those places, still contribute. It's a lot easier way to get into. If you have any questions or problems, I've got access to the folks that are pushing this out and managing it. So if I can't figure it out, I can get their help, and between the three of us, we can figure it all out and make sure that you're getting taking advantage of all of these potential ways of getting money. So um, tax deductible. So from the webinar, a few people asked questions. Is it tax deductible in either direction? The person giving the the gift or the one receiving the gift? The answer is no. The first time buyer course that you have to take to be eligible for this right here, the $2,000 closing cost grant and some of the stuff on that module, it's good for a year. So if you take it, it's good for 12 months after that. Once 12 months, if 12 months goes past that, then you have to take that course over again. Uh, what happens if the buyer, you guys, once you got your money in and you just for whatever reason you decide that you do not want to buy a home? You've got two options. You can either pull the money out, put it in your bank account, or because it's your technically your money, or you can elect to return that money to the people that made the gift. So those are options that they have. They know who submitted the gift. They're obviously keeping track of all that stuff, and can do that for you. There was a few other questions in there that I had asked. I don't remember what they were. But if you've got any questions, let me know. I'm going to start pushing this because it really does make sense, especially for those long-term folks that say that right now I just can't. I'm not in a situation to do it, but I'd like to eventually. It may be 6 months from now, it may be a year from now, it may be 5 years from now. The earlier you start, the more you save, the better that you are putting yourself into a position where you will be able to eventually do it. This saves the money in a separate location. You have access to it. But then that way it's kind of like money hidden away that you won't be able to use or won't want to use to pay the electric bill. You know what I mean? So sometimes that's what we have to do. I know I do that. I've got money that I have stashed in an account that I rarely ever go look at. I just take $10, I throw it over there. Take $10, throw it over there. I never look at it. And then when the roof blows off the house, I've got the money ready to go. So this is kind of the same thing, with the intent that you're going to use this gifted money or credit to buying a home. You can use it for down payment. You can use it for closing costs. It is your money to use which way you need. You do need to. We'll go into. I don't want to make this video too long. You need to season your money in your bank account. So this sits in that hidden bank account that you never really see until you're ready to use it. It's just when we get to the point where we're going to go to a closing, we want to make sure that 3-4 months prior to that, you take the money out of that hidden account, put it in your account. Don't touch it. Just leave it there. Let it sit there, so that when it comes time for the lender to look at your finances, they can say, okay, you've got 15,000, you've got 30,000, you've got 50,000 sitting there, and it's been sitting there for at least 2 months. That's why I said 3-4 months. You want to give it more than enough time so that it's been sitting there. They're happy. They've got what they need. They've got their bank statement saying that the money hasn't been touched in 3 months, 4 months. They don't have to question where that money came from. It satisfies the lender and loan stuff. So this is good. Why don't you guys give it a try? Let me know what you think. I'm going to push it around to. I know I've got a few folks that we've been approaching and talking to for a long time now about getting ready to buy a house, and they're struggling to get to that point. And this is one of the major struggles is putting this all together. So this may be a fantastic opportunity for those folks to start getting that process moving forward. All right. So, any questions? Let me know. Like I said, if I don't know it, and I might not, because I just started really focusing on this today. Uh, I will go find out. I will make sure that I know how it works, and answer your question, and then use it to the best of our ability to take as much advantage of it to make as much money out of it so that we can help you buy a house. Tony Mello, Mello Properties Team, 508-369-9755. Thanks.